Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Gozi and this is Chat with Gozi. Please, if you're yet to subscribe, kindly click on the subscription button and click on notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. Now let's get right into it because I have a lot to say on this video. So Yvonne and Kosi hung out yesterday, being I think her last day in South Africa, and they had lots of fun. Moving from that, so D1 decided to drag White Money yesterday. Yes, he was like LOL. So the worst musician since the history of Big Brother is out of the biggest house. And White Money responded by saying, very rich coming from a joker who has been trying to be a comedian since Double Wahala. Bro, you have been upcoming since 2018. Now make sure you milk this attention and All Stars has given you. And then D1 came back hot saying, I know you have been out of touch with reality for a minute, but I recently sold out the Echo Convention Center last month. You go cook tire. Grammy winner with the laughing emoji, they play. I'm like, wetin dey occur? Why are these two going at themselves? Well, a lot of people had plenty reactions. Like V tweeted and said, White Money didn't spark. That's how I need God to surprise me this year. And many people had a lot to say, and they were just basically making a jest of White Money. I said this in my video I did yesterday, that how would White Money say he knew that he was going to leave the house and he did not pack? Plus he said he wanted to cook jollof rice after the eviction show. So how is it that he knew? May White Money they play. So I saw this, I don't even know how true this is. The person said reality TV star Venita Apofure has finally met her Waterloo as the third thief of Benue State drags her to court. The BBN star and the show were slammed with a 10 billion naira lawsuit over something Venita said about the thief people. This is serious, so if it's true. Moving from that, so Juicy J is going to France, yes, for the Rugby World Cup. Now let's move into the house and start with the head of house game. If you ask me, that game was bloody, yes. And for me, I saw it as a way of Big Brother punishing the housemates. Big Brother would have just come out clear to tell them that he wanted to punish them because they have been unruly, than doing this thing that he did. So apparently they were to climb this platform you are seeing, and they are not to change positions once they have picked their positions, and they were to stay there for nothing less than 3 hours. So basically the person with the strongest stamina would reign supreme, basically. And at the end of the day, Mercy dropped out at 52 minutes, Venita dropped out at about 55 minutes, Cross dropped out at about 1 hour 3 minutes, and he did not drop out because he was tired. He dropped out because the housemates were on his neck, especially the girls, and they were just basically telling him that he was selfish because he already had immunity, which he bought, and they saw how he was pained when it seemed like he was not going to get it, and now he's there and depriving someone else from actually getting it. With much talk for him body, Baba calmed down after a while. And for him, he was saying that he did not want to win. He just wanted to hold the fort for someone. Which me, I feel like he was there so that finalists will be between him and Pere, and then he'll come down and congratulate Pere. That's what I feel he had in his head. But because people were on his matter, Baba had to come down. And then Sisi dropped out at 1 hour 7 minutes thereabout. Soma dropped out at 1 hour 20 minutes, and Soma's own was so painful because he couldn't even move on the board anymore. It felt like he was stiff. Yes, Cross and Venita came to help him down. Big Brother, he was like that, they should not worry and all. Pere said he has seen it happen before because apparently Pere was telling them that he has done this before when he was in the military, and he had done it before for 8 hours, how many minutes? And he wants to actually top his record by adding 18 minutes to make it 9 hours. Yes. And when he did it, he actually passed his time Then they congratulated him and told him to calm down. So Big Brother just gave him the win, basically. Now, Big Brother had to tell Cross and Venita to bring Soma down because Soma was in so much pain. Now, there was a series of mindfuckery happening when they were playing the game, if you ask me. Yes. When they were talking to Cross, for example, to calm down, because Perry had been talking about how he can stay there for 9 hours and all. Basically, for me, messing with their head. Now, when they were talking to Cross, Sissy was like, yes, you've gotten to the finals, because Venita had said that Cross was just being greedy by doing the game and still remaining. And Sissy was like that, yes, he has gotten to the finals, but he should bet and see he would be the first person to leave on that final day. Yes. And that Cross is going to leave before her, with or without immunity. She was like, you should remember that. Later, when they came down, they were having a conversation, and Cross was basically asking her, what did I do to you? And she was like, she is big on loyalty. And it's really hurting that Cross would nominate her after everything in the house. Now, if you all don't understand what Sissy is talking about, let me throw your mind back to the conversation that Cross and Sissy had before Kim entered the house, where Cross was basically telling her, I got you. Yes, he was basically telling her, have my back in this house. I'm definitely going to have your back and all that serere. So for her to now see that Cross nominated her, and the funny thing is that he did not admit to her that he nominated her, but she knew. I'm laughing, because I'm like, Sissy, he nominated you, is paining you. You don't even know that he was the person championing that they nominate you. When she hears that, that's really going to hurt her. Let's go back to the game. So Adekunle dropped at 1 hour, I think 50 minutes thereabouts, and then at about 2 hours and a few minutes, Big Brother told them that they should remove one leg of their choice from the board. Yes, so they were just to be standing with one leg and then holding the board with their 2 hands. And Big Brother had told them that that foot that they had removed must not touch a stand or anything, it must not touch a foothold or anything like that, and that feet must not touch the ground. At this point, that's when shit got real. Yes, because someone like Perry was used to the 2 hands thing, as he had said it that he had done it before. But as Big Brother said they should remove one leg, that's when things got real for him. Yes, and he couldn't do it anymore. He even told Cross to come and help him gauge how the other housemates are doing. Later, he was like, fuck it. He's coming down. Cross should help him get down. And by the time he got down, he was already limping. And to be honest, I had said this earlier on, saying that Big Brother would have ended this game a long time ago by doing this particular thing, because people have body weight. Someone like Perry, I knew he would not be able to survive on 1 feet because of his body weight. Leaving us now, he left us at 2 hours, 15 minutes, leaving 2 women. Yes. Angel, who Soma is basically telling you can do it, you must not come down, For me, I'm like, Soma, are you doing this because you are actually for her, or you actually need her people to vote for you? Which one? Well, either ways, he was a source of support to her, and Ilebaye was just there, small pepper. She was still holding, still going on. Earlier on, while they were still on 2 legs, Ilebaye was shedding a few tears, and Perry was like that she should calm down, she should not worry, that everybody is going to be up, he will take her upstairs if he wins. And I'm like, what type of mind game is this one, Perry? I beg, shut up. If everybody is going to be up, you self, calm down. She said she will carry you upstairs if she wins. And Ilebaye was like, no, she does not want to be up. So Ilebaye's motivation is immunity and not wanting to be up this week. The next thing, Big Brother told them to remove one hand. Funny enough, I was having this conversation with my mother before Big Brother started doing all this thing. And I was like that, if I was the one, this game for don't end tay, because they do for 30 minutes, I'll tell them remove one hand, the leg. They do for 30 minutes, remove one hand. They do again, I'll tell them remove another leg. Like that, let's see. Game for don't end. That was when Big Brother then told them to remove their right hand, because they were both using their right leg to stand and using their they were using their right leg to stand and holding the two with their two hands, and Big Brother told them to remove their right hand, so they will be holding with their left hand and standing on their right leg. And at that point, Angel was like that she can't. Habu, this guy Soma was still trying to motivate her, but for where she no gree oh, she said she no fit. Now so Angel take calm down oh. And small pepper, small atarodo Ilebaye became the head of house. Yes. And she nominated as her BFF all the ladies: Angel, Mercy, Sisi, and Venita. And when she made that choice, for me, it was a thing of Ilebaye trying to make her fences, like trying to mend fences and mend bridges. For me, it's a way of her telling them she's sorry. That's the way I see it. Angel was in tears because her legs really hurt, and Soma was helping her press the leg. Ilebaye too was in tears. Practically, Ilebaye could not walk after the whole thing. Yes, it was Cross that carried her, and after Big Brother had spoken to her that she had chosen her BFF, then Pere and Cross carried her into the house. She could not walk, and they kept her on the couch. Lastly on this video, let's quickly talk about the conversation that happened yesterday. Now, on my eviction video, I told you guys about the one of Venita and Mercy and how they've cancelled each other. Yes. So fast forward to later in the night, Venita was basically talking to her plants, both her own and Adekunle's own. I was just basically saying that she feels like she cannot bear conversations with people she care about because she's scared of more hurt. That was what she was just basically saying. So it's not a thing of her being a coward and being afraid of Mercy Eke. It's a thing of her not wanting to get more hurt because she cares about Mercy. And then she was saying that she would have had the conversation, but then again she just fears about being hurt. And I'm like, I beg, all this one, I sit down somewhere. Moving from that talk, because to me the talk not to make sense. Because if it's Ilebaye or another person, she will open her mouth and go at the person. As it's Mercy now, well, let's take her explanation to be it. That is why she did not do the stuff, because it is Mercy Eke. Well, Ilebaye called a family meeting. Yes, she called the meeting, called everyone, and basically apologized to the house. But in her apology, she was like that if she makes mistakes, that they should not carry it to go and tell someone else. They should come and talk to her directly, that they should groom her, that she will work on herself. And when she was done with her apology, Sisi told her that for her, she feels like the apology no jig. For Sisi, when you make an apology, you should mean the apology. When you do the apology, you should not try to use an apology to try to gaslight people. For example, you don't apologize for doing something and then tell the people how to react to what you have done to them. Yes, you don't annoy someone and then try to control how the person behaves. That was what Sisi was saying. That if she's truly sorry, she should focus on those things that people have been telling her time and time again that she is doing. She should focus on it. And for her, when she feels like Ilebaye is sorry, is when she can see changes in Ilebaye. Not the one that Ilebaye will commit today, apologize, commit that same thing again in the evening, apologize. That no. So other people spoke. Adekunle spoke. Adekunle was like that he agrees with Sisi, and he said that no one is against Ilebaye, and that he saw how the housemates look out for her. For example, during the party, he saw how Sisi and Mercy went to her when she wanted to remove her trouser and all that, to cover her and all that, give her shield and all. Cross for him was asking if Ilebaye had a double personality, that at times she's nice, she's cute and all smiley, and the other time she has switched and she's a very different person. So he wants to know if it's a double personality kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, because he is Cross, he's trying to talk about Cross and Cross the boss, because that's what I made of it. If you ask me, that's what I made of it, and it was just so funny. Well, plenty people had things to say, Venita, on the other hand, Venita was like that for her, she accepts the apology. Although Ilebaye has not offended her in any way, but she accepts the apology. It takes courage to do what Ilebaye is doing. However, when Ilebaye does some of the things she does, they ask themselves that is Ilebaye being for real? Because the thing they wonder them. But the best apology Ilebaye can offer to them is changed behavior, which to me is perfect, is what Sisi was saying. And Sisi cut in again and was like that she feels like Ilebaye should have a conscience, that Ilebaye does things to people and watch them hurt, and she does not even feel any remorse or anything like that. For instance, that foundation thing, Ilebaye saw her go through hurt and did not what is it called, show any remorse or even accept to doing it. Also, she spoke about how Ilebaye even apologized to her and she had told Ilebaye that she had forgiven her. And that same Saturday, that same day, Ilebaye, after the party, had come for her to try and provoke her and pick a fight with her, but she kept quiet and ignored Ilebaye. Yes, she did not want to entertain that. And when she saw that she could not pick a fight with her, she now packed everything to Alex and started attacking Alex. And Sisi was like, what was her offense? Because she said that the room was smelling a certain kind of way and they should please take out whatever could be smelling in the room. And Ilebaye came at her and she was like, no, not today. She didn't respond. And that Ilebaye does these things. That, okay, even look at the drink situation. Ilebaye took her drink and Ilebaye was saying that she was not the one that took the drink and all that. And Ilebaye started being all defensive. And Sisi was like, you see, you are being all defensive. Now you are saying that we should tell you when you do something. And when we tell you, you try to be all defensive. And Sisi was not having it at all. Sisi was pissed. Because for her, Ilebaye was just being defensive. Adekunle even had to tell Ilebaye that when things happen, you pause and try to get things from the person you have offended, their point of view. And you don't just bank on your own point of view. Because for the drink, it was actually Ilebaye that took it. But Ilebaye was saying that it was Alex that gave her. Now, at this point, I actually wished Alex was still in the house, so Alex will actually affirm or deny. Yes. She was like that Alex gave her the drink and all that. Later, she was like that even Soma knows. And when Soma was trying to talk about the matter, she was still saying, no, that's not what happened. At that point, I'm like, but you say Soma should talk now, that Soma is your weakness. And now he's talking and you are basically kind of shutting him up that that's not what happened. Because Soma was basically saying that, no, that Alex did not give her the spin-off ice. Yes. Now, apparently, nobody gave her the drink. The drink was beside Alex's drink, so she assumed it was Alex's own, and she took it. Now, when Sisi was shouting for her drink, I feel like it would have taken nothing from Ilebaye to say, what happened? Oh, sorry, na me take am, but say na Alex's own. Yeah, take, no share, no verse. It wouldn't have taken anything from Ilebaye to have done that, in all honesty. But she waited and allowed Sisi act like a mad person first. And then the whole thing with Crush happened, and then she carried herself to go and cry on top of something that she did. At times, when these housemates do things, I wonder what's happening with them. I really wonder. And then as Sisi left, Venita was like that Sisi needs to be here, that they're explaining it about the drink, that she needs to be here, blah, blah, blah. Venita leaves to go and supposedly call Sisi. Before we knew what was happening, Angel left too. Basically, the girls left and they were talking to Sisi. In fact, all of them were talking. And for Angel was like that she does not even want to talk in the Ilebaye matter because she feels like it is strategic. That Ilebaye calling the meeting was just purely strategic and she's not going to fall for that. And for Sisi is like, oh, people do this purposely, and I beg that this is going to take her to the finals, yes, but does not guarantee a win. So that was it. Now, I saw a lot of people talking about how Ilebaye, if Ilebaye was in Angel's shoes, that's if Ilebaye was the one that did the prank, that's what is it called? People would have swallowed her when Ebuka announced it. but because it was Angel, they did not swallow her. Now, for me, I don't see it that way. I feel like people did not swallow Angel because Angel turned into a couples therapy for Adenita. Yes. Even when she's sleeping, they used to wake her up to come and do couple therapy. And she was doing all this because she knew that she wrote the letter. Also, yes, Sisi was ranting and all that Sunday, but she had let it go after she had spoken to Big Brother. In fact, during Adekunle's diary session, that's his Sunday diary section for evicted housemates, he stated it that he likes the fact that things are not weird between him and Sisi. That it's not that they've been G's or anything like that, but they laugh at each other's jokes and they basically communicate when they need to be. Like when they need to communicate, they communicate. So it's not a thing of if things has been weird and all that. So I feel like these housemates have moved past that. And when they brought it up, Angel admitted that yes, she did it all. And she went ahead to apologize. Yes. And this is what Ilebaye does not do. Ilebaye does not own up to her shit and apologize immediately. Ilebaye makes the person look stupid and all. Even when you ask her and you know that she's the one that have done that thing, she will still deny and tell you she's not the one that did it. So I feel like the two are not comparable. So I don't know why people are comparing it. But let me know if you feel otherwise and you are of that sort of view. Let me know in the comment section below and maybe I can see where you people are coming from. That's all I have for you guys on this video. Please, if you're yet to subscribe, you know what to do. Kindly click on the subscription button and click on notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. Bye guys.